Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to talk about the most overpowered item I've ever seen in ESO. It's called the Oakensoul Ring. It is a mythic item that will launch with the High Isle chapter. So why is this so strong? I did a few tests on the target dummy. Like, I reached 107k DPS with 1 bar only. I also tried Werewolf and I still reached 100k. One of my buddies over on ESO-hub.com also did a test with a Magicka build, 1 bar, and with this ring, and he reached like 104k. I will put the link in the description as well if you want to go read it. He basically used almost the same build, but his is a Magicka spec and he used the fire stuff. And I'm using a dual wield setup here with this, with this build basically. We also already do have all the, let's actually check out the ring, Oakensoul Ring, this one here. We do have all the leads. Once we know the location, we will add them here. So make sure to go check it out, or if you know a location of any lead, let us know so we can add it to the list here. There is obviously a lot more other sets that you all already can find. There's also a set that has 12 stats, which is pretty cool. A lot of other mythic items, craftable, trial sets. We also do have already a guide for the card game. We do have all the card decks. It's basically already all on ESO-hub.com. We're also working on a build editor, should be finished soon. And I do plan to create 1 bar builds for all classes, magic and stamina setups. That's why this ring is just so perfect. So what does it actually do? It gives me 450 weapon and spell damage, 5,280 armor, 450 health, magic and stamina recovery, 3,737 maximum health, magic and stamina, and almost 2k crit chance. The only drawback is that while equipped, you are unable to swap between your primary and backup weapon sets. So this is basically a 1 bar ring. You can only have 1 bar with this ring. Like, I actually cannot swap my bars unless I go in here and swap, right? But once I'm outside, it goes back and I can't do anything. Yes, this ring works with Werewolf. I tested it. Like I said, I reached like 100k. When I compare this to another mythic item, like this year I tried to use Harpooner's Kilt on Werewolf instead of the Oakensoul, but I lost like 13k DPS. While losing a buttload of health, resistance, and just anything else, right? The DPS here is already super high, like 107k, but this is not even it. Like, the juicy part is, I do run a green stat food, which gives me 6k stamina, and I still have 24k health, 90k magicka, and 41k stamina, while having 1,518 recovery. Now, if I use another buff food like Arteum Takeaway, I get 28k health, 37k stam, 2k recovery stamina, and then 1,005 health recovery. It's just like, it's just so busted, the stats that you get in here. And I can actually sustain green food because I still have 1,500 stamina recovery. It's just completely broken. That's why I do think this ring might get adjusted. Maybe down to like 300 weapon damage, 300 magic health recovery. Or they might remove maybe the extra armor that you get. Or maybe the health, or just something. However, my guess is that it could actually go live like this, because if they nerf it, a lot of people will be pissed. Like, so many people that play 1 bar builds are looking already forward to this ring. If it's gonna get busted, people will be pissed. So it might make it to the live server for like 1-2 patches and it might then get nerfed. That's my current theory or thesis. But we will see. I will keep you posted. If you have time to go into the PTS, make sure to test it out. I also played around on High Isle a little bit with a Magical Templar with this ring equipped. And like, you cannot die, really. This will also make Watershroud and Maelstrom runs so much easier. Especially if you're playing a 1-bar build, because the stats that you get are insane. I can quickly go over things. I basically use Kinraz and Relican with One Piece Slimecrow and Oakensoul Ring, right? And I will do build videos on all that stuff. But it's a pretty basic setup. The only thing I pretty much swapped out was the Harpooner's killed with the Oakensoul Ring Mythic. And that's it. Everything else is pretty much the same. Let me show you the rotation, or like the target dummy. But before I do that, the outfit, I already know people will ask. Ebon Shadow, then I think most of it is alchemy. Hazardous alchemy stuff. Here too. 2 dice I use is Sunforge, Patina, and Void Pitch. That's pretty much it. Now before we jump to the DPS Parse, make sure, do not forget to subscribe and hit the juicy like button. And yeah, check out ESO-up.com. I will also update all the builds on alcasthq.com. Or maybe one more info. So while the DPS is super high, like it's like 107k, 2-bar builds can still go higher, right? But it's definitely closer. Like, I basically need 30% of my attention span with the 1-bar build because the rotation is so piss easy compared to a full 2-bar rotation. And I might only gain like 10k extra DPS and that's it. So I do feel like a lot of people might actually play 1-bar builds going forward if they don't destroy this mythic item.